Hello, namaste, and welcome everyone to this very special video where we'll be discussing how Team India managed to win 3 gold medals, 1 bronze at the FIDE 2020 World Rapid Championships that were held online this year. And it is super exciting to see 3 new world champions from India. That is Nihal Sarin in under 18, Gukesh in under 14, and Rakshitta Ravi in girls under 16. So it's an amazing end to a beautiful year for Indian chess, and let's jump right into it. So we start off with the semi-final match between Nihal versus Francesco Sornis of Italy. And in this match, guys, I just want to show you a quick sacrifice that Nihal did in this position. And here the scores were half, and in the 2 game mini match, and here Nihal fearlessly went for the sacrifice. Doesn't even capture a pawn, just puts his pawn in front of a piece and just conducts a masterful attack. You see now he's threatening mate, so he's practically begging, forcing black to take on f6. And you can see now, even in this position, guys, Nihal doesn't sway away from a challenge, doesn't play it slow, goes for the kill with f4, giving up another piece with check. And you can see even now this piece is hanging. So after this piece moves away, the king moves away, queen e4, rook f3, the whole point of the move f4. And this check is going to be devastating, guys. And now black has to give up the queen, there is no option. And Nihal very nicely manages to seal the deal with no compensation, with no play. Like, black is not given a single chance. And this is a game I really advise you to study deeply. The game will be available in the description for you guys, and do check it out. Just a quick finish. He trades whenever he's ahead, and he just converts with finesse, with absolute ease. And it is super exciting to see Nihal Sarin win the semi-final, and he qualifies for the final with this win. And finally, in the finals, he is playing Armenian star Shant Sargsyan here, and Nihal is no surprises to Armenian players. Remember his match against Haik Martirosyan in the FIDE Olympiad and in the Junior Speed Chess Championship. So Nihal here in the finals again, guys. Quick thing to note is the score is tied half. So whoever wins this is the world champion now, wins the gold medal, takes home everything. And here we start with the Queen's Gambit, the Ragozin variation of the Queen's Gambit. And in this, we can see Nihal, as in the last game, always pushing hard in his white games. And here he gives up a pawn on his 9th move because he wants the play, because he wants to control the game, because he wants to take the initiative to the opposition. And here knight a5 was slightly tricky. As you can see, this knight will be caught offside now, and Nihal just attacks it twice. He had given up a pawn on the 9th move. Now he gets it back on the 17th move. And now it is these two beautiful pieces, the beautiful bishops, that will control the game going forward. And Nihal just manages to keep the initiative going. You can see the bar on the left. It will always be on Nihal's side here. Gets all his pieces into the center in the end game. And it is where the fun starts, because it's such a crazy game. It's a rapid championship, remember, so both the players were like down to very few minutes, and in a position where Nihal had seconds left on his clock, he manages to find something out of nothing here. Rook f7 was a terrible blunder by Shant, because it cuts the king's path to go back. So rook g3 check. You can see this king is almost cut, and now Nihal had to find rook g8 with a beautiful win, like just renewing the threat of bishop f8. But he missed that, and he makes it harder on himself, and Nihal was down to 10 seconds here, guys. And now he blunders and allows Shant to get in the game, and Shant is winning here. A beautiful move, knight d8, guys. And because this check is threatening a family fork, so Nihal finally throws in the towel and gives up an exchange. But see, this king is still stuck, so check. And now this king really, if it's on e6, I think Nihal would have resigned the game. But that is the difference, and Nihal keeps on pushing, and finally Shant blunders very quickly. And now Nihal wins the game with e6, e7. This pawn is going home, and black stops with the rook a4. Now Nihal has a very nice win. Do pause the video and try to guess the move. White to play and win. And boom! boom, he goes with g4 check. Can't take because this is hanging, and just take now. Again, I'm threatening this. No space for the rook. Poor rook has no space. He goes rook e1. You thought, nah, bishop g3 check, and now this is all over, and Nihal just picks up the rook. And guys, you or anyone would have just played e8 queen and won the rook endgame, but not Nihal. Beautiful technique, rook g3 check and queening, so that now if you play rook e1, I have rook e3 and I'll be a queen up in the end game. And this is how we got our first world champion from the under 18 category. And this is what Nihal had to say for his achievement. He says, I'm very happy about ending this year well. Hope it gets better next year. And we really hope so too, guys. And it is amazing to see that Nihal is super hungry for success. And as his coach mentioned there, guys, that his coach Srinath Narayan, Grandmaster Srinath Narayan, has said that it all started with the junior speed chess championship where Nihal won the final. So kudos to Nihal, and let's move on to our second world champion of the day. That is women international master Rakshita Ravi, 16-year-old girl, and she won the final. She won the world championship for girls under 16 by defeating Song Yuxin. And Rakshita's both parents are also international masters, so it is a great chess family that she's coming from. And she starts off in the Open Sicilian here and doesn't really give her opponent any chance. If you see this game, I mean, I'm super impressed by her play because she crushes her opponent. Queens are exchanged chat, but the development advantage is massive. You see 3 versus 1 piece in development, and black never got into the game. Like, Rakshita just crushed her completely. And even in this case, guys, the first game was a draw, so whoever wins this game is the world champion. And you see knight a4, a nice move, getting the knight into b6, troubling the rook, and Song just crumbles under the pressure, plays knight d7, and boom, rook d7, and GG's. Just a matter of technique now, like simple moves, exchange or trade when you're ahead, and bring home the gold. Another gold for India. I'll just like to show the end of this game where she delivers a nice checkmate. You see a very cunning trap by playing c4, and after her opponent falls for it, a maiden 2, and we have our second world champion of the day, Rakshita, winning the under 16 girls event. And it was a great feeling to have, even in the open section and in the girls section, that we have participated everywhere and also winning everywhere. And this is what Rakshita had to say. She said, I'm very happy that I played all the games well. I would like to thank Velamal Vidyalaya School, Indian Oil Corporation and Microsense for all the support given to me. And we have to really credit, because the photo here you see is from the World Youth Championships that happened in Mumbai last year. And she also had a good event there, but here she actually brought her A game and finally managed to win the gold for Team India. And let's continue, guys, to our third gold medalist of the day. This is Grandmaster Gukesh, who is India's youngest grandmaster in history, the second youngest grandmaster in world, or overall, globally, only behind Sergei Karyakin. And let's see how Gukesh manages to win against Volodar Murzin, another Russian super talent here, guys. And remember, this was an Armageddon game, guys. After both their games were drawn, whoever wins this is the world champion. Even if it's a draw, black is the world champion because of an Armageddon. So Gukesh has an extra minute, and he very smartly won an extra pawn here with d into c5. And after this, he just manages to keep action going on the queen side. So you see, everything is very well protected here. I really like this constellation of pawns, and Gukesh simply focuses on the queen side, just an exchange here, and his main intention is to get these pawns rolling, and he does that with perfection, guys. Always pushing, trying to get the pawns going. Now if the rook moves, the a pawn starts running down the board, and a very nice win. He brought it a little close at the very end. After I'll just get to that point where it looked a little scary at one point, but Gukesh kept his nerve and managed to bring home India's third gold medal. This is the position, guys, because if both the pawns are traded, then White loses the world championship, because he had to win. It's an Armageddon, and you can see Gukesh slowly but surely pushing the king back. And here in this position, Black's flag fell, or he resigned. It was whatever happens for the good, and if it's still difficult, because I just slowly push your king back here, and it was in this way that Gukesh managed to beat Volodar to bring India's third gold medal. Gukesh being the under 14 world champion for 2020 this year, and Gukesh had to say that happy to win my second world title. The format was interesting and tense with knockouts by mini matches. Glad I kept my nerves intact and finished on top. So a very interesting day for India, a historic day for Team India, and also let us congratulate Mrinmoy Rajkhowa. This young kid, 10-year-old, rated 1550, an amazing super talent that we will be seeing a lot more, getting the bronze medal for Team India by defeating an American kid, Andy Woodward, and in the end total that gives us 4 medals, 3 gold and 1 bronze. And we also have a very special stream with all our stars later today, so do check that out as well. And I'm super happy to report that Team India has done exceedingly well, and a brilliant day for Team India, and a great end to the year 2020 for Indian chess. The Olympiad win, 3 gold medals. What more can you ask for? And really happy for the how things went. And I'll see you guys for another video. Thank you. And this is International Master Rakesh Kulkarni. Bye bye.